Alright guys, today's video is going to be me playing as Persia here. And this run was requested twice to play as Persia. And then another thing we're going to do is we're going to get the whole world addicted to opium. And if we just look at the opium here, and we go to goods potentials, the goal of this run is not only get the whole world addicted to opium, but it's also to take every single state where opium has a potential. So every single state here, I'm going to conquer all of this. I'm going to conquer most of India. I'm going to conquer some of China, some of Southeast Asia, and then like some of the Ottomans, a little bit of Egypt. I guess there's opium here as well, so I'm going to conquer a little bit of West Africa. And then also I'm going to take the New Granada, and I'm going to take this one state from Mexico. At the minimum, I want every single state that can produce opium, and I want to max produce it. So I want to have max opium plantations in every single state. It's not going to be like the 100% max, because you can see like some of these buildings they can't get rid of. And the way agriculture works, you can only build a certain amount. Like if I build all this opium up, I can't build rice farms. So, and I can't just like downsize every single building. But we're gonna just build up as much as we can, and that should be the goal of this run. Looks like we don't start with academia, so I'm gonna go for academia, and then I'll go for corporate charters, just so I can increase my innovation cap. And another way I'm gonna increase my innovation cap is by promoting social mobility in my most populated states. I think we'll just promote it in these 4 states, and with the rest of our money, we'll just do consumption taxes. I think the first plan of action is we're gonna try and conquer this whole area here. And then after, we'll probably conquer Ottomans, expand into Arabia or something, but we have a decent army, but we're regulars for now. We're going to want to improve relations with Russia and hopefully keep our relations good so that we don't get protectorated by them or have them side against us. So an alliance or defensive pact with Russia would be amazing. There's no way they decline this with 1,000 acceptance chance. Okay, they declined it. That's cool. I guess 1,000 acceptance chance wasn't enough. Alright. I'm just going to go for landed voting, and then eventually go for wealth voting, because I want the industrialists in charge to reform my laws. Looks like we can declare on Herat here. I don't think we're going to have that much issues with infamy, so we'll just annex it, unless we can return state. Oh, we can return state. Good thing I checked. So we'll just do return state here, and then we'll just conquer the other state, and that should be a lot less infamy than otherwise. We're kind of just going to speedily expand into this area because otherwise Russia will kind of conquer it pretty quickly whenever they get like Kazakhstan. Whoa, we can get a 5% kill rate permanently. That's crazy. Or it's just however long we have the military assistance, but if it says permanently, I'm going to assume it's permanent. And we can also get the same thing from Russia here, another 5% kill rate permanently. We're just going to declare on this country as well. I think I'm just not going to show every single war because I'm going to be declaring a lot of them. You see how many tags are here? So this will be the last one I show for now. Nice, we unlocked academia, so we can start building some universities. Alright, I'm going to get investment rights in GB for 25 years. I'm just going to give them investment rights, power block embassy, and then 2 company monopolies. And the way I'm able to get this is because I changed my government to be Church Armed Forces landowners. If you look here, Church Armed Forces landowners, so that increased it a little bit. And then with the obligation and all these other things, I'll be able to get it for 25 years. And that will be very good for us when we get corporate charters in our first company. I'm going to establish the Opium Company. Nice, we have landed voting. So I think I'm going to try and go for tenant farmers here. Nice, we got tenant farmers. We still need the tech for agrarianism. Alright, well I think I'm going to click this button, claim Greater Khorasan. I have 50 relations, so there shouldn't be any negative things happening. Nice, corporate charters. So I'm going to establish this plantations company. And I'm going to give it investment rights and monopoly rights to opium right now. And it should start privatizing all the opium plantations I have. So I got the colonization tech, and I can click this button, pacify the Turkmens. But it's going to cost 17,000 government expenses, so I think I'm just not going to do it. And I'll hold off on it till later. I could very easily just go frontier colonization or colonial resettlement on my own. Enlightened royalist. Heir and politician. Heir is going to become an enlightened royalist, which can get multiculturalism. I don't know what it is with me in like the past 3 runs and getting an enlightened royalist as an heir. This is insane. But yeah, I'm of course just going to click this button for the enlightened royalist heir. And that will help us later whenever we get human rights. Look how many people can construct in me, and none of them are. What's going on here? Persia is the best country to invest in, guys. Come on. There's 69 hot Persian singles near your area, alright? And all they want is some construction in our country. Alright, it's time to go for agrarianism. Oh, we could totally maybe try and get interventionism here. No, I'll try and get interventionism, actually. It's better than agrarianism, because agrarianism has this minus 25% capitalist investment pool contribution efficiency. Russia's being a massive nerd, oh my god. And I'm pretty sure they expelled diplomats from me, what the hell? Damn bastards. Alright, we're an unrecognized regional power now. Oh my god, our interest rate is actually insane. 27.7%. I actually can't really go into debt right now. Ooh, here we go. I can click this button, request military mission from the British. I'm gonna take a save and just save scum it. Because I'm not gonna wait 10 years for it to... for another try, you know. Okay, I think they accepted it. So I think I have permanent 5% kill rate. Here we go. Yep. So that's pretty cool. And looks like I failed interventionism, so I'll just go for agrarianism. There we go, our truce is over, so now we can declare on the Ottomans. No one's really going to join against us, and we should probably win against the Ottomans on our own. I can just raise conscripts or something, so we're probably chilling. And it's either 2 times or 3 times the multiplier for each maneuver used in winning the war against a major power or a great power. So we'll probably become recognized from this, hopefully. And I'll probably just recruit some conscripts. I can't really recruit that much, oh well. And I guess I'll just do a little bit of a strat where I just move a little bit of my units away. Now they should advance, here we go. And then right before they actually attack, I'm just gonna disband my units so they teleport back. And then they should continue advancing into a battle. Here we go, and we should win this. Oh my god, we have more casualties than them. Oh my god, we're not actually winning it. We're actually kind of getting wrecked. Okay, now we're winning, apparently. I don't understand combat in this game. I don't think anyone does. And we'll just repeat that over and over and over until we win the war. Alright, I did the exploit like 3 times, so now I think we can probably just go advanced now. Oh nice, we got agrarianism as well. Alright, I'm gonna go for free trade. This is gonna reduce my leverage resistance, and then I'm gonna try and join the British power bloc, which hopefully has market unification. It does. So that would be great. And then the militarized industry is also pretty cool. Alright, the war was pretty easy, and we can peace out with the Ottomans here. We're going to see that we're going to jump up to 200 progress after this war. Hello? What? They were a major power, weren't they? No! They went down to minor power. I'm going to blow my brains out, guys. I'm going to crash out. Oh my god. I did all that work and I'm not even recognized. What is this game? Why? Why would you do this to me? And Russia's damaging relations again. I am gonna go crazy. I think the Victoria 3 Matrix just hates me having fun, you know? They were deciding, oh, Sharky is gonna go recognized and he's gonna beat the game and go high infamy and, you know, conquer every single opium plantation in the world. But then they decided, you know, screw this dude specifically, you know? That's my theory. I guess our target would be Russia or something. Especially since they're being a massive nerd and they just really want to damage relations and subjugate me, but like I can very easily just kill Russia, you know? Just not currently, but I will in the future. They don't want to give me my 5% kill rate. Alright, and I'm going to go migration controls to reduce the leverage resistance as well, and then after that, we should be able to join the British power bloc, because we're plus 133 and we need plus 200. So after we pass this, we should definitely be able to join. It looks like I'm top 10 GDP, so my recognition is ticking up, and we just want to pass slavery ban sometime soon. Oh, Russia stopped damaging relations, let's go. They're probably going to start damaging again the second I'm out of poor relations. But, you know, I can only dream. And they're damaging relations again, oh my god. I'm going to abdicate the throne so my heir can, so that my heir can come to power, and he's an enlightened royalist. And I'll probably go for human right. Oh my god, 13 years. Oh my god. I think it's worth rushing for, because they're going no migration controls. And if we get multiculturalism, then we'll get a lot of migration, which will be very beneficial. Nice, we can have another company. I think I'll just establish this metals company. It's generally pretty good. And give it industry rights to coal, and then I guess I need some more authority real quick. And I'll grant it investment rights. It looks like the British East India Company no longer exists. So my company just has free reign in all of India to get all these profitable opium plantations. So that's pretty cool. Alright, we can join the British power bloc. I kind of completely forgot about it for a long time. But we should be able to join now and they should accept us. There we go. And then we can change around our production methods to be a little bit more profitable. This game is crazy. They wanted me to pay $72,000 per week for 5 years to get frontier colonization and 40% colony growth speed. That's like clinically insane right there. Who in their right mind would click that button? I probably should have clicked it earlier in the game when my economy was smaller, but like whatever. And I love how Russia just wants to decrease relations for 40 years straight, you know? And they just want to make me a subject the whole game, like whatever, you know? I don't even care, you know? It doesn't even slightly annoy me or anything. I'm perfectly fine with it, you know? Not raging at all. I love being cock-blocked by Russia at every single opportunity that I have to try and conquer anyone. Like every single country Russia wants to protect. I'm not allowed to have any fun, guys. Oh, nice, we got slavery banned. That should help with our recognition. So instead of getting +1, we're getting +2 average monthly progress. Human rights, let's go! Okay, well, I'm gonna stop passing this, because, you know, it's kind of lame. And we're gonna go for multiculturalism here. 10% success chance, 21% stall chance. You know, with our YouTuber luck, we'll totally get it, right? First try. Good, there we go. We are recognized. And we should change to the Iran tag. There we go, and now Iran, with the same color on the map, and I think the same flag. And now it's only 63 infamy to get Ottomans as protectorate, but the Prussians are gonna side against me, really? I mean, I could totally just get an alliance with Prussia, probably. And then I could solo the Ottomans, so I just need to build up a little bit of an army. Alright, I can renegotiate my treaty with Prussia right now for an alliance for 5 years. And then now I should be able to just declare on the Ottomans, make protectorate. I could probably delay it until I have colonization, but it's gonna take a while, so might as well just make them protectorate now. Nice, we can get Ottomans as protectorate. And I don't really need this alliance with Prussia anymore, so I'll just change this over so it's just investment rights again. And then I'm just gonna get a alliance with GB here. Nice, we got multiculturalism. Totally didn't save scum like 5 different times to get it, but you didn't see that, so it didn't happen, you know? And we seem to be a great power right now. Yo, what is this? What's this Togurt? This has got to be the smallest population country in the whole game. 3.83k population, and it's one tiny little colonial province thing. I don't even know how that happened, but this is pretty interesting, and they're independent. 0 GDP, okay. Looks like Russia's actually colonizing this area, but that's fine. I don't really care. And I think I'm going to start building up my army. I kind of want to go high infamy before I get chemical weapons, so that's what I'm going to try and do. I think after I get shrapnel artillery, I'm going to try and go high infamy, and we'll see if I'm able to do it, because I honestly don't want to wait until 1910 to go high infamy. I kind of just want to do it soon. Alright, I reduced autonomy on Syria and Iraq. I can probably reduce Ottomans' autonomy now. And then I'll just grant everything to this small dude here. Alright, I granted everything to this Mahamara or whatever. You can see I can't really grant them any other states of a subject. So I'm just going to go ahead and annex them for 17 infamy. Seems like Russia might side against us, but then we can just call in GB. So we're chilling. Yep, Russia sided against us. Man, I'll just release some countries from Russia here. And then I'm going to go laissez-faire for the loan interest rate reduction, which will be pretty good. And then it's also some investment pool contribution, but I just want the loan interest rate reduction. Oh, and we got expelled from the British Empire. That's fine. I wanted to leave eventually anyways. Kind of annoying they did it in the middle of the war, but, you know, it doesn't really matter much. Might actually get capitulated out if we don't occupy Dobruja soon, but we should probably get it in time. Oh, we got it in time, thank God. Not even close, guys. Not even close. Wasn't even worried about it, you know? Wasn't even worried. And we can peace out with Russia now. There we go. So we liberated some countries. They're a little bit weaker. I'm going to declare on the USA here to liberate New Africa. France is going to side against me, but I'll be able to call in GB and Prussia. And then I'll also liberate New England. And then I'll just wait until the war progresses a little bit. Then I'll call in GB here. France sided against me, so I'm going to call in Prussia with obligation, and while it's paused, I'm just going to add the war goal of liberate Occitania. Although I kind of didn't need to do that, because I still have 15 maneuvers, but whatever. Kind of just prep for high infamy, you know? Nothing too interesting. Alright, we can peace out. USA is like 800 conscripts. France is like 200. So France fell roughly in half in strength. I mean, oh my god, America barely lost any conscripts. They only lost like 200. And we're just gonna liberate some countries from Austria here. Russia's gonna side against us, but we can either call in GB or Prussia, so we're kind of chilling. Alright, we can peace out with Austria. This war was incredibly easy. Get wrecked, noob, too easy, GG. And then they should be a lot weaker now. A little bit of border gore everywhere, but you know, that's fine. Oh my god, 510 ships? You're kidding me. GB, what is this? Alright, we got ironclads. I guess I'll build up a navy. I'm pretty sure you can upgrade frigates straight to torpedo boats, so I'll just start building up my navy now. I think it's about time we probably just form our military treaty power block. We'll go for aggressive coordination, of course. If we just win the first GB war and we kind of weaken GB, then we don't really have to worry about anyone. And we no longer want an alliance with GB, so we'll just renegotiate this treaty here. We're already exporting more opium to the world than GB, which is pretty nice. Oh my god. Can you not upgrade frigates to torpedo boats? Are you kidding me? I guess I'm deleting all my frigates and just reconstructing them. Alright, I think we're about ready to declare on GB here. Seems like only Prussia would side against us, so we're chillin'. And we'll just declare for home counties here. We kind of want a land connection for the war after this. And then I'll liberate Scotland, I'll liberate Ireland, and conquer some random states. Okay, we're at 98 infamy, this should be fine. And we'll just send our whole navy over to the English Channel. And we'll just try and naval invade England. Nice, we got a little bit of a landing. Nice, like, occupy home counties, so it should be pretty easy. Just gotta wait for them to peace out. And we got frontier colonization, so we can finally colonize this little area here. And oh my god, we're losing so much money. Mainly just from military spending. There we go, we won against GB. And then I'm just gonna annex Kazakh Khanate here. We're over 100 infamy, so this is our high infamy moment, you know. We're probably gonna go into default soon, but that's probably fine, right? And then I'm gonna declare a war to annex Burma here. And then I'll just add the war goals that I need from China. And this will help with our credit limit. Okay, we're currently in default, which is not very good. Hopefully we can win our wars and this isn't just a failed campaign. And looks like Russia is trying to cut us down to size. So I'll just declare in Russia while they're trying to cut me down to size. And then I'll decline this. And then I'll add some more goals in this war. And then we can peace out with GB. There we go. Oh my god, we might actually lose this. USA, France, Japan, Austria, Sweden. Oh my god. And if I lose this, guys, I'm not gonna go back to saved. It's just gonna be the run, alright? That's the risk of going high infamy before chemical weapons. If I get a dub here, then it just means I'm the greatest Victoria 3 player alive. We have like 30 weeks before we're in default again. Oh my god, and they're sending 800k units to this front. I guess we're going defense here. Oh my god, and they're naval invasion spamming me. Okay, we're about to go into default again, which isn't very good. But we should be able to last until the other people capitulate out of the war. Austria's out of the war, so now it's just us against Russia, which is very easy. And then we can peace out with Russia. And I'll just declare on GB to transfer the British Raj. And then I'll just conquer what's left of England. I don't think I'll be able to annex every single subject and country I can before 1936. I guess I'll just have to settle with owning every single opium plantation province and just building it up as much as I can. Alright, well I won against GB, and I'll probably just be declaring on some countries. I'm not going to show every single war. We already kind of can just kill anyone we want to, so there's no real issues with that. Alright, I'm finally at peace for the first time in maybe 5 years or something. So I declared on GB, I kind of took some states. I had a kind of death war against the United States of America just for some random states they had around the world. And I've taken a little bit of GB's land. I need maybe 2 more wars against them to full annex, and then I'll get all their colonies for free. I still need to declare on Mexico, New Granada, get West Africa, some other stuff, but yeah. But yeah, that should be it for this update, and I'll see you in a little bit. Alright, 1 more week tick, and then GB should be full annexed. Alright, so we won the war, and Canada is independent. Hello? All of them are independent, what? But we won against GB, I'm so confused. We should have a bunch of subjects and stuff, right? I thought whenever you annex someone, you get all their subjects. What is this game? What do you mean? Alright, well I guess that's whatever, you know. The Victoria 3 Matrix, you know, they just don't want me having a fun time, you know, an easy game. So that's cool, you know, whatever. I didn't even want all that land for free anyways, you know. Yet another case of the Victoria 3 Matrix preventing me from having fun. It's like actually annoying, but I don't know what the reason is. If any of you guys know, please let me know, because it's gonna be annoying if in future runs that happens again. I guess I'll just have to declare like 17 more wars than usual. Alright guys, it's 1928, but I think I'm just gonna call it here. I'm not really having fun with this run anymore. It's kind of just getting tedious. Just conquer, state, wait, conquer, state, wait, you know. We've conquered pretty much most of the opium provinces in the world, and I built it up a little bit. But if we look at the producers worldwide of opium, we can see that we're number one, with 145,000 units of opium produced every week, giving us 8 prestige. Nice. I mean, if we look at the world market and the exports of opium, we can see that it's only us and the Irish that are exporting opium. And we're exporting almost 69,000 per week. I don't really know what to show, you know, kind of some random provinces here and there. Conquered most of Asia. Little bit of border war with Russia, but you know, that's whatever. It's kind of a short ending, but you know, it is what it is. So I'll see you guys later. Have a good one.